Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to your weekly reading. If you're new here, this is Divine Light, and let's dive into it right away. I'm using here lapis and also a string crystal. Lapis is the color, the stone of alchemy, and string is the color of the stone, the crystal of abundance. So it can bring abundance and alchemy creation into your life. We are in the phase of waxing crescent moon, which is the time of taking action towards your desires. There's tears of joy coming forward. It seems like here this is some good news happening with a very light energy. It's not something forceful. It is something happening in a very light way. The light way can be news coming forward from an unexpected source, or maybe you are being inspired to go to certain places, which is your inspired action. And this timeline of the moon can actually inspire you with this new steps that you'll be taking. And this can be something outside of the box, maybe something that you don't usually do, or it can be a regular thing that you do, but you change the ways you do it, okay? And that will lead you towards your goals. And new moon phase is about setting the new intentions, writing them down mentally, preparing yourself. And here now we're in the waxing crescent. It is actually getting inspired and moving towards it. I see here there is actually an axe on the bottom. This kind of looks like a letter T as well, like in script version, like a script, not the one with, I can't remember the name of what it's called, like when you write it with connecting all the letters together. Kind of reminds me of that. There is an art form for it. Anyways, it seems like here letter T can be someone's first name or the last name. It's something or a place in your heart. Maybe you want to travel to a place. Can be something like that as well. It seems like this is happening in a very artistic way, not in like a very mechanical way. This can even be a job opportunity. You want to take a job that is related to the letter T. But it seems like it is not going to happen the way you expect it to be. It's not going to be mechanical. It is going to be artistic. Or maybe the chain of events are going to lead you in an unexpected and joyful and artistic way rather than being a mechanical way. I see here, this is also, we see kind of like an axe forming right there. Axe can be used in two different ways. You can destroy some things with the axe, or you can actually, again, I mean, when I look at the big picture, cutting trees with an axe, also destroying something, but you can utilize the axe to rebuild something with what you have collected. So axe for some of you can be symbolizing a resource that you'll be using in order to utilize what you're being given or you are collecting. For some of you, for this timeline of the waxing crescent, like I said, you are building something new, taking steps towards it. This phase symbolizes growth, intention, and hope. And with this axe, you are maybe even destroying the past so you can build something new, something much more beautiful for yourself, okay? The past can be symbolizing maybe a relationship, because I see here there's a couple, a masculine figure is walking away. He's hitting the road. Maybe there's distance coming in between yourself and your loved ones. Maybe you're the one walking away and going. The pathway kind of reminds me of going for work or some sort of like a material gain. You might hit the road, something is calling here, but you're leaving behind a person that is really loving, and she has a rose in her hand. So depending on you being the masculine or the feminine, someone is going to be left behind with a rose, which indicates the love. And I feel like she has received a rose from the person that is leaving. So this is a temporary separation. I don't feel like this is a long-term separation, okay? For some of you, if you have been with someone in a loving relationship, or maybe you have been working in a place that you love to become a part of, seems like here there's a temporary separation coming forward. And this period for some of you can be the period of resting, because she's sitting on a lounge chair, like a reclining chair, and resting her feminine side. This can be him also, male, masculine, feminine. They both have, female and male, they both have the masculine and feminine. So maybe this is the time for you to rest. kick back and relax. Because, like I said, with this energy of the moon, you might be jumping into a new adventure, which seems like within the second quarter of the week. There's a horse coming forward. You're riding this horse extremely fast. And horses most of the time indicates wish fulfillment. And in your case, the horse coming into your life can be a resource, some approval, a person that maybe will make things better for you. This can also be your energy, you taking action and finding that perfect space for yourself and settling in. And which I mentioned in my prior readings, I have been moving for the last 3 weeks, and now I settled here, and I cannot really deny the fact that my family, my sister especially, helped me a ton while I was going through it. And also, like, I had always the clear mind and clear intention of what I want. And at the end of the day, that horse was my intention, that road that I rode, and that just carried me to where I am at this moment. Okay, so I feel like here exactly this energy is carrying you within the second quarter of this week to where you need to go when you have the clear vision and even the feeling of what you desire to have. I see there's an angel right here. This is the collective reading, by the way. It doesn't matter what your sign is. If you're seeing this, this is something, there's something here for you. The angel is bringing a gift to you. I see a light right there. The light is symbolizes maybe an Aries, Leo, or a Sagittarius energy. Another thing with a light, when we look at the picture of the magician has a candle, like a magic wand in his hand. However, that candle looks like a magic wand. So we have a Virgo and Gemini in that energy as well. So if you have any of these in your chart, this can be specifically you becoming an angel, you illuminating a pathway for someone. And there's going to be an equal exchange here. What you put out is what you're going to get back. And this, when you illuminate the path of someone, you're flying right here, you will reach to your highest good and your heart's desire. Okay, so it can be also like feeding the horse, feeding your intentions, and along the way, when help is necessary, help needs to be given to others, and giving that will be help also create and flow energy back to you. I know this sounds a lot of spiritual. This angel can also be symbolizing a person coming into your life. And I see here someone with a big head. When we cover the horse part of this one, we see a person with a big head and which has like an angel on their shoulders. So I keep interpreting this as an angel, but you can see they have like an angel has a candle in front of them. There's an angel wings, but this can also be someone who has the capacity to fly, meaning like a pilot or someone, a flight attendant, that type of a person. Another thing I feel here, for some of you, if you are in that kind of business that you're flying or you're looking for a place for work, this can be also like a big authority that you're coming up with your candle, you're coming up with your light and offering your thing, and they will recognize and turn around and connect with you. Okay, and so that can be your action moment. That can be your momentum that you're creating towards your desire. Okay, I see here within the third quarter of this week, there's a legal paper showing up. But before the paper, I see there's a man's face, there's a baby face, and there's a bull right here. Bull can be a Taurus. Bull can also symbolize stubbornness and maybe even an authority, because a Hierophant is represented by a Taurus. This can be an authority in front of like a family, because the older guy and the younger guy. Or this can be an authority that is triggering you, your younger past self and now current self. Okay, triggering you in the sense of maybe there's some rejection in there, but I don't feel the rejection. I feel there's an approval here. Another thing that I'm feeling here, that this legal paper is an approval, but when you get the legal paper, it can even be representing someone who's trying to do good by you, but they keep doing like terrible things, or not the terrible things, but they keep making mistakes all the time, which is not really favorable, because you're trying to lift something off the ground. If someone's trying to help you all the time, but if they keep breaking things, if they keep making mistakes, that they turn that themselves into a burden. And I feel like here your face is getting darker right there. Okay, maybe you are contemplating to ask for their help, or maybe tell them to, okay, that's enough with the help. Let me take care of the situation. That's why the face getting darker is not a negative thing. I feel like here this is about drawing your boundaries and protecting your energy field, on protecting your creation basically. Okay, if you're feeling like the person is not really helping, and expressing that can also protect what you're creating at this moment. And within the fourth quarter of the week, maybe towards the end of the weekend, I see a celebration coming forward here. There's a woman. She has two persons on her sides, and she's opening up her hands, touching one person's face, another person's shoulder. She's wearing a white cloak that indicates this is an angelic being. Angelic in the sense of maybe like a very good personality, or a divine structure, a divine character that you are connecting with. I feel the wedding vibes here because she's bringing a masculine and feminine together. A wedding, for maybe you're attending to a wedding of some sort, or this can be you merging and coming together. Wedding can also be symbolizing finding some sort of like a soulmate, connecting with a good friend, and this person can be the in between that is actually guiding you with this energy. But this can also be Three of Pentacles, Three of Cups energy, which is you coming together with your loved ones, the people that you have fun with, and that they are introducing you to new higher energies, and enjoying yourself. Okay, and I see here there's this kind of looks like a donkey, or maybe even a horse again, which also indicates wish fulfillment. But donkeys are protective. I don't know if you ever seen, there's this little video clip of donkeys protecting the deers. He actually partnered up with in a forest, and they are protective kind, so they were protecting. So this can be symbolizing someone who has this protective vibe and coming into your life and protecting you, or maybe protecting the whole community of you and your loved ones. Okay, let's dive into your saucer now. If you have a specific question, a desire, and intention, hold it in your mind, and let's see what the answer is going to be for that one. I see a star right here. Star is wish fulfillment within the third quarter of the week, and I see here there's a roof forming in some of the videos. Leo, Sagittarius, Cancer, I feel like I saw this roof forming. Okay, your desire within the third flip, it comes forward, so it means that it still has some time. It's not going to happen immediately, but it is coming forward. When it comes, it is coming very lightly, as you can see, flowing. So if it's not flowing, like my moving, exactly, it wasn't flowing, everything was going wrong in the first time, and then the second time it was like one and done. It was everything aligned perfectly. So if it's not flowing, it's not the time, or not the place, or not the thing for you. And if it's flowing smoothly like this one, that's the thing, that's what's coming to life. Okay, I see here, now I look at it, there's a face right here which is wearing a hat. This looks like kind of like a skull to me. This can be representing something that is old in your heart, but it is old now. It has to, you need to say goodbye to this. This can be a person or situation, relationship, or maybe even old clothing that is piling up dust in your space. Okay, so it is time to say goodbye to it. It has a hat over it, but the hat is not attached anymore. So hat symbolizes the authority, and maybe this can be a situation that controlling your life right now, and it's time to just let this go, because you are going to start taking new action towards your new desires. And in order to do that, you need to take the hat off of this and put it on your own head to make the decisions. Okay, so exactly, the new moon stage is decision making, contemplating, planning, and then now we're in the waxing crescent. It is time to take action, and you're aligning with that. It seems like simultaneously you are letting things go and also planning and taking the action together. But if you are in the position of becoming an authority, accepting a job to lead people, or in like being an authority can be in your house, renting your own place, or even upgrading to a better space, it can be happening by you wearing the hat, not allowing other old things, old authorities to wear the hat. And it seems like here this week is going to be the time you decide on taking your power back. Okay, I'm going to dive into your tarot now, and we're going to look into the next 7 day. I have my tarot plans here that I use. Let me turn on that page, and then we're going to dive right in. So let's focus on what you want to receive answers about. Let's see what's happening with that. Or if you don't have anything going on, you can just watch what comes forward. We have the current situation, guys. What's happening here? 5 of Aries, 5 of Pentacles. You might be feeling left out in the cold. You needed to go through your current challenges alone. Help is nearby. Negative thoughts create self-fulfilling prophecies. We have an angel on the door of the temple here. So angelic help is out there for you. It doesn't have to be, like I said, a divine and spiritual help. This can even be a person, a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn coming into your life. They have the resources that is necessary at this moment to make things happen for you, okay? How the situation will evolve within this next 7 days, there's forgiveness coming forward, new beginnings ahead. And also this is the judgment day, so letting go of what doesn't serve you, the past life, is also important. Past thinking patterns, we can also say. If you're feeling like nothing goes my way, if you keep repeating that in your mind, that's what you will observe. But I feel like here you are actually becoming aware, is asking for help and receiving the help gracefully, starting a new life, finding your purpose, a forgiving and compassionate review of the past, which is the judgment day. Actually, you're understanding why certain things happened and how you can upgrade to the next stage, this timeline. Internal factors that affect your situation is you might have been fighting the fight all along, and in a forceful way. Instead of being in the flow with the water, with the air, he has his whip out here. He's fighting. This situation doesn't serve you. I read it as doesn't deserve you. So internally, maybe you feel like you have to fight other people's fights, but it seems like here it's not really doing any good to you. Release your attachment to the outcome. Consider taking a more uplifting approach. For some of you, I felt like maybe you are fighting other people's battles, and at the end of the day, when you're expecting them to turn back, come around with recognition, they're not showing that to you. And even if this is not something completed yet, they would not show that to you. I felt that energy. You're maybe fighting things that are not at the end of the day be a service for you. External factors are you might not have clarity at this moment regarding what you want to accomplish. You're maybe beating an old drum and listening to the voice of that old drum, but there's something new waiting for you externally, and maybe it's not really clear. However, your intuition will guide you towards the right direction. The opportunity to improve your plans. So if you are going through like a stale timeline, this is going to give you the chance to improve what you're doing, your plans on paper. Listen to your intuition for accurate guiding, your gut feeling, basically, your feeling of feeling good in your body or bad. Face your fears and grow stronger. Another thing with the intuition, if it's in your throat, I feel like, it is something that I read somewhere. It means it's a fear response, okay? Divine guidance usually feels in the gut. And so if you're fearing something, that can be something that you already experienced in the past that is now reoccurring, so you can look right that into eye of that situation and heal it, and your intuition will guide you towards the right direction to show you how to heal that. And the final outcome we have, amazing, guys. If you have Sagittarius in your chart, go ahead, watch your monthly reading as well, because that was your last card as well when it comes to tarot. 6 of Aries is 6 of Wands. This is a massive victory for you. That's the final outcome. Congratulations, you have done a wonderful job. Time to move on to the next project, awards, scholarship, or promotions, or I feel like maybe for some of you, and promotions are coming your way. I love this spread. Let's get to clarifiers. We're going to see what this 5 of Aries, most of the time, because it's the Pentacles energy, can symbolize money issues. But let's see, for some of you, it can mean, we have here, okay, this is 6, 8 of Cups right here. Okay, Eight of Cups can symbolize walking away from eight right there, something that doesn't serve you anymore. So the current situation is you have been put in this position because maybe we have the 15 here. I think number 15 is the Devil card. So something that you have been obsessing about is obviously is not serving you anymore, and it's time to walk away from it so you can experience what is meant for you. Yes, exactly. We have the Metello. He was a consul in Rome 251, and he was actually keeping people in bondage, it seems like here. So I feel like in order to walk away from the material and emotional restraint, you need to walk away from the over obsessive thinking here. How will the situation play out in the next 7 days? We have number 13. Number 13 is exactly let the this is the death card, basically. Let the dead bury the dead. Like, so letting go of what doesn't serve you will bring the new beginnings right away. This doesn't mean just do it in a dramatic way, but this can be sudden interruption, you deciding suddenly, like I said, I was discussing with my family, sitting down. I don't feel happy in this new place. It is very stressful. It's very and then I decided immediately, I said, I'm going to move. That was actually an ending, one era, and beginning a new one. So it doesn't have to be always stressful. But the decision is immediate. I feel like that's what the death card indicates, ending one era and beginning a new one. That's going to be the next 7 days energy for you. Internal factors that affect the situation we have here, number 12. This is, let me see, has a cup in front of him. I feel like this is the Knight of Cups. So when you move on from letting everything, taking care of everything with your hard-earned efforts, when you feel like the right action and inspiration coming to you in the right time, the Knight of Cups is bringing you something emotionally fulfilling and amazing, new thing, a new beginning. I also have here Four of Wands here. He has the wands in his head with the moon. External factors are going to align themselves perfectly. Four of Wands is a celebration moment. You're going to be able to receive the information, apply it in the best way, and for once the completion, you're going to finalize that journey. Also celebrate with your loved ones. This can also be a wedding. Again, that symbolizes a wedding. This can be your celebration, your new celebration of the new life. Okay, because weddings also start a new life between two energies, two people. The final outcome I have here, the Six of Wands. Oh, no, this is Six of Swords. Okay. So what we have here, the Six of Gabriels and Six of Swords, it's basically from choppy waters to the calmer shores and a massive victory. Six of Gabriel, Six of Wands energy is a massive victory. Will carry you from where you are to a new shore. The best part about the Six of Swords is actually if you have been in a very stressful situation, that's coming to an end and you are going to move further to a better place. Another energy I feel here with the Six of Swords, this can be for some of you if you're planning to move and there have been some oppositions or distractions or maybe even accidents, that negativity surrounding that. This is basically telling you it is going to be smoother now. You're going to be able to move smoothly. You're going to get all the approvals that you desire here. Let's get to your oracle now. We're going to look at what needs to be resolved. If there's a challenge in your life, what you need to resolve in order to love. You might have some blockages when it comes to love, receiving love, divine love. We have the sunflower here, the energy of Leo, maybe leadership, that you love the people that you work with, but maybe there's a blockage there. Let's see how it's going to heal when you detach from the outcome. Doing things not because to be likable, but because it's the right thing to do. Okay? And I feel like with this experience that I have been through now, I can tell that I did certain things for my cats, not thinking about myself and how I feel in that environment. But I was thinking about my cats. They can roam around in the neighborhood and stuff. Now I'm thinking, first, when I think about myself, my peace, then I can give them all the peace they want. Okay, I can give them all the space they want. I can take them to the places that they will enjoy. So it's about you focusing on yourself and also detaching from the outcome. Instead of expecting certain outcome to come forward, knowing that divine intelligence has a much better plan for you out there, and your outcome will be gratefulness. When you do the detachment, it's practice detachment, and the universe will bring abundant good to you, and you will feel the gratefulness. Okay, I'm going to pull a spirit animal for this week. If you see this animal, this can be your guide, knowing guidance to okay, we have a firefly. I know it's not really a common animal, but this can be your sign to know that your passions are supported, your desires are supported. Let's see firefly's meaning. Firefly, I feel like, has the energy of air, even though it's a fire energy. So it can be someone who is Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Another thing, because it has the fire energy at the same time, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius can be showing up as your firefly, and can be both as well. We have a full chart of signs. And another thing I feel like here, this can even be like your regular spirit animal that you're choosing. Inspired and fantastic, yet fleeting. The firefly contains the light of 1,000 stars. It's pure, radiant, and illuminating. This high frequency charge cannot be sustained for long. Therefore, the firefly card indicates a moment of inspiration or awakening that quickly fades if we don't catch it. So catch it. This can be, like I said, a person coming into your life and inspiring you. Maybe it's not their journey. They're just delivering a message. Write it down and plan it out, and write down a plan and see where the plan is going to end up. It doesn't have to be you taking action and plan, like putting plan into work right away, but you can write down a plan and see where it's going. When you're in balance, this can actually help you write, create, brainstorm with people, and receive all the support from the universe. Okay, and in order to channel this energy, you can write a poem, you can draw something, you can play an instrument, and that will help you cultivate this firefly energy for this week. And we're going to pull what you need to know and final message or an affirmation for my beautiful collective at this timeline. Let's see. The more you create, the more the universe is. I feel like the more the universe is actually telling you that the more you change your existence, the environment. Okay, you see here there's ice cream, pizza. I see those. There's a tennis ball, but I saw like an ice cream and a cake and a hamburger and a pizza. So the more you create, the more you will receive. Okay, let's see. Let's see the message here, the meaning of the message right there. With 52. Universe needs your creativity if it's ever going to grow into its full self. From our tiny perspectives, there's already more than enough content, but the universe is hungry for more. After all, that's why it made you. Universe, the creator, wants you to create more. All right, my beautifuls, that's all for today. Hope you enjoy your reading. If you do, don't forget to give us a thumbs up. And if you want to see more of these, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I wish you all a magical day. Bye.